time to make this a reality. So we have the stencils here made out of cardboard. We have the plexiglass over here. Now this is 1/4" plexi. So there's the top wing. I'm gonna actually make this bigger. I'm gonna make it go all the way from end to end, as well as the bottom wing. I'm gonna have this a little wider because this one comes out to like right there, and there's still a little bit of room left. I wanted to, oh shit, I can't. Let's see. All right. Yeah, the exhaust would be in the way. All right, so I'll make this one the same size. For the underside, these mounting clips for the fins, these I'll make out of aluminum, and I'll show you how. For the dividers between the two wings, I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. But the fins I'm going to be cutting out on the good old CNC, so they come out nice and perfect. This, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut by either a saw or whatever. I have a router around, so we'll see. Measure twice, probably 3 times, cut once. I almost messed up, and I'm going to show you why. So I follow the contour of the OEM diffuser, and this cut is not going to work out. So the way I should be having this is the other way around, because I want to make a negative of the contour, not the positive. So when I do it this way, hold on, let me get a marker. So let me just line it up. These little, the line across. Mine should be going this way. So now I can do the proper wing, and it'll butt up exactly up against the OEM diffuser. If I went this way, it would have been completely opposite. I would have ruined the part. So if you are replicating this, pay attention. Normally what I would do if I had like 2 people, I would bend this. I would bend that and just follow the contour, but since I don't have anybody here, gonna have to freehand it, bud. Let's see. How we gonna do this? Like that. Like that. Like that. Huh. Well, not fucking bad, huh? Alrighty. Alright. The first cut I did, I got as close to the line as I can with just a regular saw. If you're going to use a regular saw, drop your blade just below the surface of the thickness of the plexi. Otherwise, it's going to start ripping through and you'll damage the plexi and you can get hurt. And the rest of the way, I'm just going to use a router, run it across, get to the edge of the line, and just finish it up with some sandpaper. Good thing is it cuts pretty good. Bad thing is you're going to have to cut pretty fast because the router spins at a pretty high speed. I think it's average around 15-20 RPM, and that's in thousands. So it starts melting the plastic, gums it up. You don't want that. Oh damn, I was cutting this, boy. I don't know what happened, but luckily, I have one more laying around to cut this thing up. This one, I think I'm gonna cut it on the CNC. It's gonna come on very nice. All right, so I cut out a portion for the small wing. I have to put it in an angle due to the wing not being able to fit widthwise. So it's being cut in an angle. We at 45, so align it with a table, like this, and just gonna make sure I get it in the center. All right, we got everything set up. Gonna glue this to the table and start cutting. Pray for me. All right, so I'm just doing a dry run before I get crazy. Since I'm cutting at an angle, I'm not 100% sure where the wing is within this stock material. Let's make sure I'm on that corner. Shit! All right, that should be good. It looks like we got some contact. Nice and smooth. Alright, so the nice part about the fins, they fit on the extra piece of plexiglass. So luckily we won't have to use the third one. That's nice. I'll cut both of these up on this one piece, and in future if we need more, we have the design and the program, and we can just run it. So let me run the P's and speeds for this, and let's get it done, baby. Alright guys, I want you to experience it with me to see what I go through when things go right. Now there's like a very hair thin, and I'm talking about hair thin layer holding this part together. It should pop right out. You can break it off. Alright. Sweating balls out. Alright. Take that off. Alright. So this coming out so easy. Let's break up these edges. It came out flawless. Alright, so this is the stencil. Move these out. Shit, that's what I forgot. Fuck. Yeah, that's what I forgot. I can always cut another, but damn, that sucks. Alright, it doesn't matter. I want you to experience this with me, boys and girls. Alright. Alright, so, what do you call it? I mean, the curve looks good. It looks good. Yeah, the curve looks okay. Looks good. I could curve it a little bit more. All right, we got it set up for the second cut. Alrighty. Please don't break. While these are cutting, what I'm going to do is with the small wing that we cut on the CNC, I'm going to transfer that onto the big one, because I can see due to the fact that I did it by hand, I'm a little off. You see that? Over here I'm good, but I'm just going to use the outside lines, transfer that onto the big wing, and flush trim it. We're good, and we're good. The router is fucking pretty aggressive, so it's melting the plastic, and I don't want to jam it up. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna rough cut with a saw right across to get this piece out. And the way this works is the bearing runs on the bottom side on a pre-cut wing that was on the CNC, and cuts the top wing, and it follows the contour. Therefore, they're going to be identical, one under the other. So let me cut this one up, and we're pretty much ready to start fitting. Alrighty, that's how it is. Loosen these clamps, and we got this bad boy finished. Okay, look like ovaries. All right, and I didn't check. Let me see how good of a job I did. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. As long as it's running up against the diffuser, we good. At this point, I want to have around 4 bolts. So what we're going to do is use a caliper gauge, run the depth at 35. So half of that would be 17.5. Now the coolest thing about this is, I'm going to try to show you right now what I'm doing. It's going to be a little tough. I lock in the calipers, and I'm going to run a line across. Now this is going to transfer the center of the entire depth of the OEM diffuser. I don't know if you can see that line, but see that? Now we know that the holes need to be made on center on this line, and just distribute the distance between the 4 bolts, and there goes our bolt pattern. Now before you start drilling holes, it's a good idea to get your bolts and nuts the type you want to use. In this setup, I'm using M8 with a 1.25, I think, thread. And most importantly, besides the regular washers, you also need these. That's going to ensure that through vibration and all that, the bolt doesn't come loose and slices somebody's throat. Okay, so I managed to get, out of 4 holes, I managed to line up 2. I didn't drill in the rest because it's coming out a little too far to the edge. So that means the curvature contour that follows the edge needs to be recut. I'll redesign that in the software. And I got to bring those holes on the edge a little closer inside. But either way, I'm going to dry fit everything, and I'm going to show you how it looks. Most of it done. It's bolted on to 2 bolts here. I mean, it's all plexiglass, so you can't really see it well. But it looks good. The only thing is, the issues that need to be fixed is this right here. This end right here needs to be cut down a little more, because it doesn't allow me. See, when it hits down there, it doesn't allow me to line up the slot right here. So I got to cut that a little more and shorten the slot by 1/2 inch, or 12.7 millimeters. But that's pretty much what we're looking at. Now that I got majority of the work done, everything else is it's going to be pretty easy, honestly. The top's going to be coming out a little more. I'm just holding it to a clip. Let me know what you guys think. tomorrow I'm gonna finalize everything hopefully and start painting, bolting this thing on, and hopefully moving to the front for the front lip. Maybe I'll do something, I don't know. Either way, subscribe if you want to see more. If not, it's all good, no feelings hurt. But I like the way this is coming out. Stay tuned.